Hello, guys, and welcome back to IAMABIKER.com. Well, yesterday we spoke about the spy pics of the almost ready Yamaha FZX, and today we are going to talk about the new Bajaj that has been spotted, which is expected to be the Pulsar 250. So, first of all, big thanks to the guys at Bike Wale for these photographs. You can see their watermark here. Of course, I have some without the watermarks. These have basically screenshots from their video. We had probably posted this on our Instagram page, I think somewhere in February this year. As you can see, a lot of you guys liked it. Some guys, like usual, have given very interesting comments. Dominar head. Some people even say it looks like the MT-15 and 160 segment NS125. Dominar 200. Well, we also think it is the Pulsar 250, even though this could be a close answer, the NS250, but we think it is the Pulsar 250. Why? Simply because of the success of the FZ25s and the Gixxer 250s. So both those motorcycles have been quite popular in the Indian market. Gixxer 250 is one of our favorites. It's a very beautiful motorcycle. So, and I know for sure that there are some people at the Bajaj factory, or let's say some people in the development team, who were equally impressed with the Gixxer 250. So it makes complete sense to me that this would be a Pulsar 250. And why Pulsar? Well, Pulsar is Pulsar. I mean, you really cannot expect something different from Bajaj, because that's a very iconic name, not just in India, all over the world. So let's take a deeper look at what we have here. I can see that the alloy wheels, the tires, basically are the same from the Pulsar 200 NS. Disc brake, ABS ring, alloy design seems to be from the NS. The front shocks also seems to be from the NS. Wait, let's see if we have a better picture. Yep, the golden shocks. Yeah, seems to be from the NS. Anything else that we can decode from this picture? Well, as you can see, it's an air-cooled engine. There's some fins over here. Probably would be oil air-cooled, something like what the Pulsar 220 and the other regular Pulsars are like. And yep, I think we can see a radiator here. So definitely not liquid cooled, so oil air cooled for sure. As you can see here, you can see the fins on the engine, and probably these are scoops that direct air to the radiator. So oil air cooled, pretty much sure. Let's look at the riding stance. Well, the guy looks relaxed, right? I mean, just look at him. I mean, the feet are slightly rear set, very slightly, pretty much below where he's sitting, and the elbows seem free, so not too much leant over. Handlebars are upright, because he definitely is not leant over, so it seems like a proper what you can expect from a proper naked. Nothing surprising over there. Proportion wise, I think it looks a bit more bulkier than the NS, right? The tank, especially this rear section. And the NS, even though it was a 200cc bike, there are a lot of people who thought always it was kind of small for a 200, or maybe say thin for a 200. People want something more bigger, massive looking. Yeah, so we already discussed about the riding position. Over here you can see a rather faint look at the screen. I don't think we have any other photographs in that angle. Yeah, that's about it. Obviously it has to be digital, right? I mean, no changes there. So one thing we can definitely notice is that the pillion seat. So now this guy's got a bag. He doesn't seems to be a huge person, maybe about 5'8", 5'10", maybe, or maybe yeah, somewhere around 5'8", 5'10". And he's got a bag, and the pillion seat again seems to be quite small. So uh, certain things we can definitely understand just by that, right? Not very pillion friendly. Grab rails look good, I think. Good, something good to hold on to. Coming to the front, okay, first let's just check out the rear tail section. Well, looks like LED lights, double strips. You can see a faint red here, and then the typical Pulsar, twin, what do you say, twin LED strips. Seems pretty much like that. And coming forward, the headlights. Well, I don't know. This is something. A lot of people on our Instagram and website said that it looks like LED headlights. I mean, I definitely think it's LED headlights, but I think it's got projectors as well. I think it's something like the vertically stacked, probably LED projectors for the low beam, and maybe a different setup for the high beam. Vaguely, this Doom does look similar to the existing Pulsar range, right? The old school Pulsar, basically the wolf-eyed Pulsars. There's some similarity here in design, but I think the headlights are some sort of a vertical stacked or projector-based system. Now, one thing I noticed is the mirrors are also different. These are not the mirrors that we see on the NS. These seem a bit different. Let me see if we have a front picture. Oh wait, yeah, these are definitely a different set, more aerodynamic. So definitely a welcome change from the NS ones. NS ones were a bit small for my liking. Now, another interesting comment that we thought we would answer is that a couple of guys asked us if this is the same chassis as the NS. Well, although it's not too clear, cannot exactly see the perimeter frame. Yeah, in this, I think in this picture, I think what we see here is the perimeter frame. It's properly camouflaged, so you can't make out, but I think this is the perimeter frame, or a part of it basically visible. So I think it pretty much has the perimeter frame as well. And apart from that, well, it does look interesting. It does look bigger than the NS, and I think it should be interesting. And and if you ask me, why would Bajaj not retain the liquid cooling and other things? Well, it's quite simple actually. What the FZ25s and the Gixxer 250s have done is they have given a lot of simplicity back to the motorcycle, by keeping it simple and no liquid cooling, which has also resulted in reduced cost. If the manufacturer has to give a motorcycle with liquid cooling and all the other complicated bits, then what would happen is that the price of a motorcycle would go up. So the FZ25 and the Gixxer 250s, still hover around the 2 lakh mark on road, so which is not too expensive considering it's a 250, and there's still a lot of fun to ride. So I think that is probably the reason, and probably the success of those motorcycles is also what made Bajaj want a piece of that segment as well. So what do you guys think about it? Do let me know in a comment below. A lot of things that could change before it reaches production. Of course, it's not going to look like this. It's going to be much more well finished. The engine casing is also different, something new. So I think the new range of Pulsars will have the engine casings also different. While this looks very familiar, this design is a very Pulsar trait. Alright, so that's as much as I can decipher from these pictures that we have. All right, so hope you guys are subscribed. See, it's a button. I'm not logged in, that's why it's not subscribed. But yeah, do subscribe to our channel. We'll be coming out with more interesting stuff. We have a lot of cool reviews out there already, a lot of interesting stuff coming up as well, and more new stuff like this. All right, and I hope you are following us on Instagram as well. We post more frequently over there. This is the new Aprilia RS125 and its detailed specifications, etc. Also, while you're at it, do check out our website as well. We have a lot of stuff, fun stuff here, good many downloads. Okay guys, thank you, and I'll see you in the next one with something more interesting.